Okay. Big love, everybody who is locked on, locked in for the listening party for my brand new album, which is coming out on Sunday, called The War Within LP, the second part in a four-part saga in regards to the inner conflicts that we all deal with as human beings when it comes to navigating through life. Do you know what I mean? And the various different sort of journeys of mental health. Do you know what I'm saying? That you can go through. It's not going to be so deep, like too deep. Do you know what I mean? But, I will be honest. At first, I was like, oh, the concept of the album and the journey that I'm going to take people to take people through. Do you know what I mean? The first track is going to be perfect for it because it is the start of the journey, and then the end of the journey being no more second guessing. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I started getting cold feet about it because this first tune is pretty deep. Do you know what I'm saying? And that it is a pretty sort of deep way to start the album and stuff. But at the same time, man, these are part of the inner conflicts that we all go through. Do you know what I mean? Nervousness about how people are going to take things. Do you know what I'm saying? How you are going to come across and how people are going to interpret. Do you know what I'm saying? The message that you try to put across, and then if it's a deep song as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like compared to all the party, happy, do you know what I mean? Escapism music that's out there, it kind of makes you second guess yourself. So with all of that being said, this turns out to be the perfect track to actually start the album with. So yeah, first track on the album called Cabin Fever. Let's go.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'll always suffer from cabin fever. Within these four walls, trying to break out, instead I vanish into the ether. Within these four walls, I want to leave but still I stay and dig a little deeper.
Yes, Bobbins.
Within these four walls, to understand I have to break it down by every feature. Within these four walls, I remember I was taught to never show a sign of any weakness. Don't let them see that your spirit is beaten. Create a mask and grab a laugh even at its cheapest. Don't let them see that you're feeling defeated. The amazing maze of the mind, the unseeable demon. I feel his eyes on my back, sent to corrupt every feeling. I'm second guessing every word and every move that I make. Still they say the first cut is the deepest pain, hidden behind an acronym. Four letters that slightly describe the trap I'm in. Yeah, for 20 years I've been battling, hoping that I'm back to win, but feeling I should pack it in. I mean to truly give up on a life that I was gifted, even though the conception is kinda twisted. A mistake, I wasn't supposed to be here, and that's the truth regardless of how you gist it. And what a truth to be left with. Paying for the sins of my father is what I'm blessed with. The thought of you filled me with hate for so long. Each day I never come home with the same scars I left with, fighting my own mind. I won't do what it's requesting. I take 4 pills every night just to suppress shit, but then I'm trapped within a scene that leaves me breathless. Something so horrific that I wake up with a death wish. Yeah, so I locked myself away. Music was the outlet that would help me keep the faith. Even though it was misplaced, I tried to keep the pace, until the mirror shattered, scarring tears across my face. In this maze I'm truly lost. My mind is playing tricks on me, making me question all the shit I see. Since the day I found you both, you took a piece of me, and now you haunt me in my vivid dreams. I'm scared to go to sleep, a product of the PTSD. Insomnia will never make it easy to grieve. Sat in the darkness screaming at these voices speaking to me, that keep on telling me a blade will make it easy to leave this cold world. I'm crying out for help, but I don't want people to see. A broken soul is just a shadow of the man I used to be. Agoraphobic, aggressive, depressed with psychosis. It's a lot for one person to have and trying to focus. Right now, I could be sitting within a crowd and still feel so fucking lonely and isolated, finding it hard to breathe. It stops me doing all the things that I love. Instead, anxiety has got me hyperventilating. If I really could, I'd cut the traits and flaws right out of me. Sick of hearing these demons shout at me, seeping in my veins, sowing the seeds of doubt in me. I fucking hate this shit, feeling like God has just walked out on me. But I'm trying, believe me, I'm fucking trying, I'm desperate. Even though deep inside my soul is dying, I won't let my depression define me. I'll keep on fighting, I won't let my anxiety guide me into the fire, yeah. I'm trying, believe me, I'm fucking trying, I'm desperate. Even though deep inside my soul is dying, I won't let this psychosis define me. I'll keep on fighting within these four walls.
Every time I listen to that song, every time it takes me back to 2014 when I first wrote it. And then it took a year for me to record it. And then it took a couple of years before it actually came out anywhere. And the first time it came out was on mine and Mad Rush MC's label called Stand Up Speak Out, which is, it's no more. We may bring it back at some point, but we want to bring it back when we've got a collection of artists that are putting out music like that, a lot more music like that. We were kind of like just going off, kind of winging it at first, do you know what I mean, and stuff. But yeah, man, like, that's why it took a while. It took a long time for this album to come together and stuff. This was going to be the first track originally when I came up with the concept back, say, back around 2010, 2009, 2010. Because even back then, I knew there was something going on with my mind, with my brain, where I dealt with things different to others. I saw things different to others and stuff. But going through care, do you know what I mean? Having crises of like identity as a result of being in the care system, and, you know, being in different areas that I'm not used to and shit like that. Like, yeah, I knew there was something different. Do you know what I mean? I'd not been diagnosed with like depression yet. Do you know what I mean? But I knew there was something going on, and it was always like I'll be on my own, and my brain is going 1,000 miles a minute, trying to like overthink every single like situation, and do you know what I mean, that I'm going through and that I'm dealing with and stuff. But it's not normal, but it's keeping me paralyzed. It's keeping me locked within these four walls. Do you know what I mean? Apprehensive to take any chances or take any risks and shit like that. Apprehensive and hesitant to really accept things that are coming to me, because I feel like there's a catch, or, you know, something's going to go wrong eventually. Do you know what I mean? Or just the fact that, like, deep down, because of things that I've had to deal with, do you know what I mean, in recognizing like certain parts of my life, feeling like I'm just not deserving of good things. Do you know what I mean? If good things happen to me, yeah, then it's a bonus. But to put it bluntly, because I wasn't supposed to be here, technically, do you know what I'm saying? That was like the mindset that I had for a long time. Do you know what I mean? But at some point, you've got to come out of it, man. And I just kept finding myself staring out my window.
And it's kinda insane. Look through the pain to see past the pain. Too many days I've been in the days. Get used to the rain. If I choose to rain, that reminds me.
Yeah.
Minutes turn into hours, turn into days. Searching for power, turning the page, burning the sours, purging my pain.
As I look out my window, I try and find the blessings. I'm highly stressed all my time. I stretch as I try and connect all the lines. I bet on myself, it's time to call bingo. Renew my focus, clear the overview, cause I know my time is here, it's overdue. Yeah, the bar is mine to clear, my fears out the window. I've had enough of second guessing all the time. Yeah, I guess the world is mine. Self-confidence is hanging on the line. Still I conquer all the tests for my demise, cause I know I'm highly blessed. The one divine, let alone they try and test, but cannot find all the strength they really need to stop me doing my thing though.
Things that I noticed from my window.
Yes,
I
Hanya.
can see the stars beneath the sky, staring at my window, staring at my window.
SRTV.
Cause I can't break down or press the brakes now.
Hey.
One thing I know is that answers no. I told them it's ours, bro, it's my hour.
Hey.
Cause anything except this can't be accepted. I've been on the scene but still ain't been seen. I'ma find peace when I see my piece. Till then I'ma write cause the tune feels right. As long as I'm here, I'ma make them hear. Cause listening's all a perspective. Some may sit feeling dejected as the rain drips. Each puddle collected, tears ejected. It's so retrospective. But trust it's all a reflection constructed by your self-perception. I invite you to try a direction that lies outside of your comprehension. And it's kinda insane. Look through the pain to see past the pain. Too many days I've been in the days. Get used to the rain if I choose to rain. That reminds me.
Minutes turn into hours, turn into days, searching for power, turning the page, burning the sours, purging my pain, I burn in the cage.
Hydrate.
Things that I noticed from my window. I can see the stars beneath the sky, staring at my window. Staring at my window. Things that I noticed from my window. The sunlight casting shadows on my mind, staring at my window.
Gotta send a massive shout out. Family, you know. Man like S, Big Jen, and Yoski. That one was called Staring Out My Window. And believe it or not, do you know what I mean? It was kind of the start of things changing when it came to like my production. Like I met, or at least heard about, Four Hidden Prophecies, aka Big Jen, Man Like S, Mr. O, JJ Pabs, do you know what I mean? What 2013, 2014 again? And I think it was when they started coming round to block and stuff. And they're just sick as a four-piece, a force to be fucking reckoned with. Do you know what I'm saying? And shit, like, eventually we started linking up. I think it was around, 2015, 16, I think? Yeah. Yeah, maybe longer. Yeah, no, 2015, 2016, I think it was. And that, I was living in supported housing. I'd gone through a period where life just went to shit in it. Do you know what I mean? 2014, I got diagnosed with like prolapse discs in my back. Lost my job. Ended up having to move out of like the flat that me and like my fiance had at the time and shit. Was homeless for a bit. Do you know what I mean? Sleeping on couches, stayed with family. That went to shit because we, like, deep down, we just don't get on as a family and stuff. And then I ended up living in a place above Chicken Run where I ended up just smelling like chicken constantly and shit. But from there, that was where I made, like, things were really going, like, pretty bad mental health wise. And from there, do you know what I mean? That was where I made the decision after a really bad incident to like ring the Samaritans, and I ended up on the phone for like 3 hours with this lady that was on the other end from Samaritans, and just offloaded so much shit. And it was the wake up call that I needed, because before then there was so much stigma in regards to like Afro-Caribbean families when it comes to mental health and shit like that. So for the longest time, I was just dealing with it on my own. I'm having periods of psychosis where I'm hearing shit and I'm seeing shit related to, do you know what I mean, a traumatic episode that I went through in 2008 and that. And there was no one that I could talk to about it because no one really accepted it. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though, or unless it was the more severe versions of, do you know what I mean, mental health issues like schizophrenia, bipolar, personality disorder, and things like that. So for a good couple of years, I was struggling with it on my own. But then I made that call to the Samaritans, ended up getting the help that I needed. Do you know what I'm saying? Moved into supported housing, like supported accommodation, and ended up linking like heavily with, do you know what I mean, Big Jen, Man Like S, do you know what I'm saying? And making a lot of music together. And I think it was from there, like, that's where things really started rolling in regards to, like, making different types of music. Instead, it, like, other than drum and bass jungle and like boom bap hip hop, or like, do you know what I mean, the more sort of straightforward UK hip hop and stuff. Gotta send a massive shout out to like Man Like S on that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he was the one who inspired me just from the ideas that he had. Do you know what I'm saying? And then like, what, 10 years on now, and we've become like a very strong, close-knit team. Do you know what I mean? We've now become business partners, and we're all on the same page with a shared vision of what we want to do and where we want to take things when it comes to this music, man. Do you know what I mean? And it helped me get to a point where it was like, right, I need to slow down. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to recognize the fact that for the longest time I've been racing towards something. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what it is because I'm so confused and lost within my own mind. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need to stop. Watch the blossoms bloom, man. Hold tight, Chris in perspective on production for this one. This one called Blossoms.
44 and I'm facing my mortality. Losing mum put a dent in my sanity. I'm watching everything that's eroding my morality. I can't let the devil get his hands on me, slow down. I've got all the time but it's running out. I need to stop hiding when the sun is out. This ain't part of the plan, never what she taught me. No sail, no paddle, but the eye water keeps flooding out. It's like I'm waiting for death, cause after so much loss I've got no faith in my breath. Breaking my steps, salty from my failure sweat. Hearing sniggers from my demons as I face my regrets. But still I'm running, chasing the bullet to the finish line. Take it back and put this gun up to my riddled mind. My glasses cover up my bitter eyes, wishing people really knew the truth behind this fickle smile. The starting pistol was a lie, but every stride that I take is for the truth. Mum told me there's strength in when I cry. That's why I pour my heart out in the booth. She always believed I could fly. I tried to listen but I never saw the proof. Only thing keeping me grounded was my mind. I was scared of all the holes up in my suit, yet I'm calm when I stare up at space. The silence settles me. I feel impervious to any kind of weaponry. Down here, anxiety gets the best of me. Living in a world full of jealousy, evil and greed. Trying to figure my trajectory before depression really sets in me. Accelerating my expectancy, still looking for where the pedals be. Racing towards something I never knew. Sorry I can't stay, I'm only passing through. Surround myself with people who are true. I never knew this world could ever be so cruel. Distracted by the devil's tools. We know better but we're happy being fools. That's why you'll always find me on the move. I wish I had some time to watch the blossoms bloom.
Yes, Twitch Witch, good to see you, good to see ya. Hold tight, the Swait on Bandcamp. Bless her for coming through. But with all that being said, sometimes you have to look back at all the achievements. Look at all the things that you've gone through. Look at all the times that you've helped people. Look at all the times that you've been humble and not tried not to overstep your boundaries or overstep the mark or this, that, and the third. Then you have to just turn around and just be like,
yeah, one sec, let me pressure all these muppets that doubt me. It's always with your tail between your legs when you shout me, so I never answer, see how you get on without me. I hear you with your mates talking macker about me, just allow me. I hear your envy so loudly, I was always my own man with a plan when you found me. Enough blessings around me, sound as a pound, yo, why the fuck you even here? You're not around when I'm down, G. course you would. Don't get me vexed, I ain't got time. Someone I used to know, so now your problems are not mine. That bridge is fucking burnt, stop trying to make up for lost time. You got me moving cold, that's why you're feeling this frostbite. Fucking gobshite, you caught in a dogfight. You got me fired up, hear me holding this hot mic, I'm top flight. It's not my fault that you lost sight, your insecurities became a problem. It's not right, but it is what it is.
You made a comment about if you've made a tune and someone's telling you to change something. Well, if they fucking are suggesting change, why didn't they fucking make a beat like that in the first place? It does have you wonder, doesn't it? But yeah, man, you'll be okay. Don't worry about the fucking stumbling blocks and shit. That's just people fucking frightened of the eccentric. And you're super talented. And people are gonna be fucking jealous of you, rude boy, or red eye. Which blood clot DJ you know can MC, produce, and Ras clot DJ a full blood clot set and more for the whole night?
Unfortunately, man, sometimes I would hear stuff like that and it just get me vexed because it's like, why am I even dealing with this shit then? Built up and built up, man. Sometimes you just need the release. Breathe. It's good to lay it out, man. It's good to lay it out sometimes, man. Do you know what I mean? And that. But then when you are lost in like those pits of despair sometimes, do you know what I mean? You take stock of where you are, and through this journey of turmoil within your mind, you've realized that like you've ended up isolating yourself. You start to realize how long you've been stuck within these four walls. You start to remember the good things that you like about yourself, that you love about yourself. And with me, I don't care who the fuck thinks I'm a soft ass. I am a soft ass. Do you know what I mean? I love being in love. I love being loved, and I love to love. Do you know what I mean? And once you take stock of where you are and how long things have been, you realize how lonely you are. And you realize you don't want to be here alone. Also, that who the voice person on the voice note was Vibes Master Murder from down south. Person who I met randomly just online, and he saw some of the things that I was dealing with, because I used to be a lot more vocal online than I am now a few years ago. And he just sent me a load of voice notes, just like giving me so much encouragement and words of wisdom, and just, yeah, man, being a proper uncle to me that I've never met. Do you know what I mean? It's a big, big love to Vibes Master Murder. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, absolute G. Yeah, Southerners are nice. You're all right.
I don't wanna be here alone. Hesitation got me in a rut. Held back by a run of just fucking it up. Insecurities invaded my common logic. I've suffered some beatings from it, so chronic, I'm blazing it up. Yeah, took no time to ever fix myself. Tunnel vision had me tripping. I'm missing the clues given by intuition. I'm slipping in this living hell. Another day the sun is twisted by a different spell. Too much pride to ever let it go. The real reasons why it shattered I will never know. Too stubborn to recognize I had to focus on myself before the seeds of love could ever have a chance to grow. Don't think I don't see the beauty in you. If I was in a better place, then I would see it through. We try our best to never let our past hold us back, but the truth is I'm scared of getting hurt just as much as you. But still, I don't wanna be here alone. I don't wanna be here alone.
But still, big man ting.
I don't wanna be here alone.
Man's a big man, innit? You get me?
Yeah, I can't let loneliness control me though. Getting caught in one night stands with so-and-so and what's her name. If that's what you're about, then what a shame. I'm just too old for games, searching for someone who I'm proud to claim. I've been through too much to allow the pain. If we can't talk it out, then don't be surprised if I don't sound the same. And I can do without the clout and fame. Trying to figure out if you like me or what surrounds my name. Solid frame, still I'm soft on the inside. 10 years single, need to shift tide. Forgive my shit pride. I don't mean to stay here where my gift hides, but there could be danger where that kiss lies. Yeah, you can admit you never think shy, but trust my confidence has never been high. Mum always said I'm at my best when I'm in love, and I put it on my life, she's always been right. Yeah. I don't wanna be here alone.
Sometimes you just gotta be real with yourself, man.
I don't wanna be here alone. I don't wanna be here alone.
You just gotta be real with yourself.
I don't wanna be
Stop trying to cast blame. Stop holding on to things that you can't control. Be real with yourself. And then from that point, you can be real with everyone else. And accept all of the flaws that you have.
Hey.
Personal favourite of mine too.
Let me get this down quickly. Yeah, I hold my head up high and keep a smile with all my crooked teeth. Even though my sickled blood has run amok, the cuts are deep. Battling the tides, I see my pride has formed an ugly beast. No shore for me to reach, I hear a fickle horn still calling me. Grief is haunting me, I'm all of 3 or 4 foot deep inside this torture scene, forcing me into a scornful heap. I fight my morbid speech accordingly, but still the claws will keep on hoarding flaws and pour them all over my glory's peak. I know the climb is steep, but still I won't admit defeat. These sordid preachers scoring chalk all over what's in store for me. I'll soon be 44 with demons all applauding me, but still I'm 43 with 43 reasons to call it. Please, I'm on my knees wishing God would stop ignoring me. I'm sure he hears my calls, but something must be more important. Yeah, the waves are shifting all these gory floors underneath my feet. He thinks he's got me beat, although my core is sore, the pain is peak. I am the misfit with a slip disc, the warring peeps who take my kindness for weakness and think.
Right, I just remembered something, and yeah,
Hey,
let's watch the video.
hey. Let me get this down quickly. Yeah. Yeah. I hold my head up high and keep a smile with all my crooked teeth. Even though my sickled blood has run amok, the cuts are deep. Battling the tides, I see my pride has formed an ugly beast. No shore for me to reach, I hear a fickle horn still calling me. Grief is haunting me, I'm all of 3 or 4 foot deep inside this torture scene, forcing me into a scornful heap.
We do
I find my morbid speech accordingly, but still
Going out to the one like Shevlin's.
hey. Let me get this down quickly.
Big love everyone to
Yeah.
big love everyone who's locked on, locked in. Real talk.
Yeah. I hold my head up high and keep a smile with all my crooked teeth. Even though my sickled blood has run amok, the cuts are deep. Battling the tides, I see my pride has formed an ugly beast. No shore for me to reach, I hear a fickle horn still calling me. Grief is haunting me, I'm all of 3 or 4 foot deep inside this torture scene, forcing me into a scornful heap. I fight my morbid speech accordingly, but still the claws will keep on hoarding flaws and pour them all over my glory's peak. I know the climb is steep, but still I won't admit defeat. These sordid preachers scoring chalk all over what's in store for me. I'll soon be 44 with demons all applauding me, but still I'm 43 with 43 reasons to call it. Please, I'm on my knees wishing God would stop ignoring me. I'm sure he hears my calls, but something must be more important. Yeah, the waves are shifting all these gory floors underneath my feet. He thinks he's got me beat, although my core is sore, the pain is peak. I am the misfit with a slip disc, the warring peeps who take my kindness for weakness and think I won't spin jaws on leaks. I'm always hoarding beats and talk with speech too broad to breach. I am the tallest order, crossing borders, born to scorch the streets. I call to arms, my swords are drawn, I'm reaching awesome feats. That's why you find me touring while you're watching porn like horny geeks. Talk is cheap, I'm deep in 4-4 while I pause you freaks, exhausting all of you please. You laughing while I approach the creeps.
Hey. So, first off, big shout to the one like Real Duppy Do and that for the 200 bits. Really appreciate it. And we've just got a question for the people watching on Bandcamp and that. on the Twitch side from Esty, asking, as a producer, how do you decide on the perfect beat for the track? I'll honestly say it's more based on feeling. As soon as I find a beat that gives me the feeling, do you know what I mean, to write something that isn't just, do you know what I mean, me flexing my lyrical skill or anything like that. As soon as I feel like I found a beat that tells a story, or even with this one, to be fair, I've got to shout out our kid with this one, because he sent me a track that he was working on and he just wanted, some feedback on. And I instantly fell in love with the track, the rhyme schemes, everything. Do you know what I mean? The wordplay and how deep it was and stuff. Plus the BPM, the speed that it was on. I'd realised that I hadn't written a track at that BPM like ever, or at least for a long time and stuff. So sometimes it's all down to where the inspiration comes from, and then from that point it turns into, does what I'm saying fit into the project that I'm working on, or do you know what I'm saying? The story that I'm trying to tell. Do you know what I mean? Big love to Alan Brown, who's just bought the album. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for pre-ordering the album. I seriously, it means so much that you've done that, man. Thank you so much, man. G. But yeah, if it fits in with the story that I'm trying to tell, do you know what I mean? The theme from the project that I'm working on and stuff, then yeah, that's how it fits. But when it comes to the beat, it's always the beat that leads what I'm going to write about. And then after that, it's whether, the topic fits in with whatever else that I'm building. And that really and truly. But yeah, definitely. I've never been in a position where I've had more music that I need to be able to build an album that way. It's always the concept first, and then allowing you know what it is, it's the concept first and then allowing myself time to be able to build the project to how I want to build it. So especially with something like this where it's really focusing in on like mental health and stuff like that, it can't just be a load of like random tracks that are put together. There's got to be a theme, there's got to be a thread line that everyone can sort of latch onto and follow and stuff. And sometimes with like albums like this and that, I kind of relate it to, I'm not saying that it's the same as, but I kind of relate it to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That thingy. You're right, Esty, you're right. That Kendrick Lamar made and stuff, and it's a deep album, do you know what I mean? But he had to be able to like get the concepts that he got. He had to live life. Do you know what I mean? He had to go through things to be able to write them. And for me, that was one of the biggest things that I realized for something like this. It's going to take time. I didn't think it was going to take, do you know what I mean, nearly 15 years. Do you know what I mean, to put it together. But with that being said, it makes sense that it has taken that amount of time. Do you know what I mean, to bring this together and shit. So like, especially with, I like how this has gone in terms of the segues, especially with this next track called Letter to My Younger Self. And that, big shout once again to man like S, Big Jen, Jarrell as well, who sings on the hook and stuff. Anya, just coming together of me finding this track again, and all of us coming up with the idea of like, do you know what I mean? It turning into, a track of me writing a letter to my younger self and stuff. I remember finding the project, playing it, talking about what the original plan was for it, which was to get DRS on the track and then have somebody else singing the hook. Do you know what I'm saying? And tying together a completely different theme of just sort of being resilient. Do you know what I mean? And standing up and standing up for yourself and standing firm within yourself and shit. But because it didn't come together, I chickened out. I'll admit, I completely chickened out in terms of getting in touch with like DRS and even thinking that he would want to get on the track with me. But I'm kind of glad that that it went the way that it did, because years later, like 12 years later, 13 years later, we find the project again, I play it, and we come up with this idea. And then from that idea, I came up with the visuals for the video, which we're going to get into now.
Trying to breathe, this is me living through my mother being more than a man. Cause I need this, I eat shit, live and breathe this. Enough to make me question what the fuck my belief is. I never used to think there was a space to achieving. My confidence is taking the beating, but I'm still reaching. The racial beatings didn't dissuade me, nor did the semi-automatic weapon devote me. Feel the weight of depression.
Yes, RB coming through with the 100 bits. Thank you, my G.
Yo, I've come a long way since the days of going the wrong way. Took some beatings, but still I've got a strong frame. Life is short, but I'm working through these long days. And some say sky is the limit. I think they're seeing it the wrong way. The sky is infinite, but I don't give a fuck what some say. I'll make my own way. Self-made, my dues are done, paid. I'm fired up like flambe. This is more than a flash in the pan. This is me fighting for a dream and giving all that I can. This is me drowning underwater, I'm just trying to breathe. This is me living through my mother being more than a man. Cause I need this, I eat shit, live and breathe this. Enough to make me question what the fuck my belief is. I never used to think there was a space to achieving. My confidence is taking the beating, but I'm still reaching. The racial beatings didn't dissuade me, nor did the semi-automatic weapon devote me. Feel the weight of depression slowly trying to break me. I slap the devil in his face and tell him he's feisty. Your curse won't faze me, I'm making my stand now. Let anyone face me, I'm beating them hands down, and nothing will change me. I've grown to a man now, was taught by the greatest. That's why I can stand
if I
proud.
knew then what I know now, I tell myself not to slow down. Trust myself, have no doubts, no doubts, no doubts. If I knew then what I know now, I tell myself not to slow down. Trust myself, have no doubts, no doubts. I hope this letter finds you well. I hope this letter finds you well.
I sound so young. Still, I hope this letter finds you well. Wish I could tell you it's a madness out here, and even if you had the purest of hearts, it ain't fair. Muddy waters got you walking on a path that's unclear, and all the people that you thought had your back just ain't there. Yeah, Dilly, that's just life in general. Stay a cadet or grow into a general. You keep bleeding, the page will always get a penful. You'll need healing, dealing with a heart so vengeful. Finding the meaning will be the quest you stay on for life, but don't stop. The lows will help you deal with the highs, the pain hurts. You feel like you can't handle the fight, but stand firm. You'll never let them shadow your shine. You'll lose mum, and that's what's gonna hit you the hardest. Still, you have to keep it pushing regardless. You know she poured her heart and soul into you. Never give up, do what you've chosen to do. Cause you're a black king, 10 toes down, standing on business. You've been through too much shit, so you're not business to write it. You know you're blessed, you know you're gifted to deal with all this stress and go the distance. I know you think that you won't make it here, that's why I had to write and let you know you're major here. You don't have to keep on filling up your page with tears, because your heart is what they heard when people gave you ears.
If I knew then what I know now, I tell myself not to slow down. Trust myself, have no doubts, no doubts, no doubts. If I knew then what I know now, I tell myself not to slow down. Trust myself, have no doubts, no doubts. I hope this letter finds you well. this letter finds you well. I hope this letter finds you well.
So that's a sneak peek into the music video that's going to be coming out on Sunday when the album releases. Letter to my younger self, man. That last 16 on the last 16 on this one. Thank you, Danielson. It took me ages to figure out that was you, you know. I was like, bro, you did that. I can't figure out these letters. But hold tight, Danielson inside the place, my G. Hope you bless. Hold tight, Louis as well. Do you know what I mean? I hope we both of you are all good and that, man. But yeah, man. So thankful, do you know what I mean? For being able to like put this together. Do you know what I mean? And that, and having a great team of people around me and stuff, because as I say in the actual track, excuse me, I've been through some shit. Like breaking down some of the lyrics, when I say, do you know what I mean, the racial beatings didn't dissuade me, that's talking about, you know, going from living in Moss Side, a multicultural area, to suddenly having to go into care because of a really bad divorce and that and violent divorce. Finding myself as a fish out of water, going from a predominantly multicultural area to a predominantly white area. And yeah, I was in one of two black families that lived in the area, and the other black family were like right on the outskirts of the area, and you never saw them. Do you know what I mean? In the area, which is smart, you know. So there was a lot of like me being used as a scapegoat. Do you know what I mean? Just racism, just yeah, and going from like 13 years old up to 17 years old of being in care. Do you know what I mean? I had to really like learn fast how to like stand up for myself. Do you know what I mean? And get to a point where people just stop fucking with me. Do you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm a foster kid. Do you know what I mean? And I'm black. Do you know what I'm saying? And shit. There's a lot more to it and stuff, but obviously I'm not gonna take up too much time. Do you know what I mean? Talking about things like that. But yeah, man, like there's a lot within that song in terms of like certain lyrics and stuff that like really take me back to those moments and that. But I've 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 gotten past that. And as much as, you know, even within the video, even within the concept of thinking about putting this track together, as much as I would want to give myself secrets, pre-warn myself of things that are going to happen if I was ever in the position of like being able to, you know, write a letter to my younger self, I wouldn't want to, because I wouldn't be the person who I am today if I did. Do you know what I mean? And shit, like, you know, and you've got, as much as life can get difficult and so much shit can get thrown at you mentally as well as, you know, within the world itself and within society itself, you've got to be able to stand on those things and keep to your principles and shit, and not let anyone make you fold for anything at all. That's why I stand firm and I stand by what my mum, you know, would always tell me when I was going through those things like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm a black king. Yeah, I am a black king. I stand firm within my culture, within the skin that I am in. I don't fucking business. You get me? Do you know what I mean? And I know through everything that I've been through, do you know what I'm saying? I can get through anything because I've been through hell within this life. Do you know what I mean? It's a really cliche thing to say. Do you know what I mean? But from my perspective, I have been through fucking hell. But I'm still here standing, man. Because at the end of the day, regardless of whatever I go through, man, sunbeams soon come. You get me? once again, hold tight, man like S, Big Jen, and you're featuring on this one. This one called Sunbeams.
Yep. Back like we never did it. Ay. Ever impressive, ever blessed, effortless lyrics. Yeah. Got Dilly bringing the blessings in it. So it's definite we deliver to lift your spirit. I've been incessant with it, ever vivid, trying to represent my vision and keep progressing with it. Never listen to whether or not they say you should. Listen, cause we come a long way on the right path now, but went a couple wrong ways. The strong stay standing, the weak need the presence of the feet to understand it. It's time to be enlightened. Most of them are frightened. They see what I've been handing out. I'm typing out 1,000 different rhymes, but just to try them out, I'm finding out exactly how to use my mind to rhyme them out. They find it even hard to count. Countless lines I'm handing out. Round it up or roundabouts, cause heads are spinning when I'm giving visions in divine amounts. They're finding out exactly what it takes. I'm willing to raise the stakes just so I see the rays of the sun beam down and I feel thy presence. That's when I receive my blessings. You can get it if you heed my lessons. Be present when you speak thy sentence.
You can see it on my face, a whole different point of view, but I would do it all again if you told me you needed to. Now I let it go. Let it go.
Hey, I ain't dancing in the rain.
Nope.
Now I'm basking in the rays. Sunbeams, you can catch me in the waves. Don't need a mask to heal my pain. I found a map to leave the maze, no longer patient. I don't have to be complacent, don't be asking me to wait. No holding back, I feel awake. I cross the gap, who's feeling brave, who wants the chance, a leap of faith. I clock the angle, seen the cage, and watch the cameras as he pan beneath the frame. Yo, this is actually a game. The master of ceremonies is back. Territories are vast, let him tell a story. I'm present while heads are caught in the past. I'm forever rolling, I'm keeping my motion forward. Let's get it sorted, the past looking clear and nothing to fear. We bask in the corona, eclipse all of these, man, we're not alone. Won't someone hand me a corona? I wanna capture every moment, grab the Kodak. There's a masterpiece approaching, I'll be basking in the rays.
No trials, no tribulations weigh on my shoulders. Profound, impatiently waiting to breathe. Everything I know has fallen away, as if I didn't know my calling was right there in my face, even though the rain keeps pouring. The sun will rise again.
Yeah, you can find me in the moment. Picture me rolling. The summer sun got me turned up. I'm looking over the ocean and feeling hopeful. Picture me floating. I pay my dues fully focused. I let them know this no joke ting. Penning parables at the speed of light. You feel it, right? Piercing through the deep at night. No need for times inducing triggers make you flee a fight. They keep 'em might see the bigger picture and keep it tight. Yeah. Beaming me, keep it lifted. Battling all my demons, but still I get down to business. I've always stayed on my mission, the vision forever critical. I let them know they ain't ever dealing with typical. Yeah, but still, sometimes they test. Forever standing my ground and saying it with my chest. Cause I ain't too proud to flex, the games will never stress me. I come alive whenever sunbeams bless me.
See it on my face, a whole different point of view, but I would do it all again if you told me you needed to. Now I let it go. Let it go.
Love that tune, man. Love that tune. Oh yeah, reload. Okay. missed it. I'm sorry. I missed it. So you're just gonna have to hear the whole thing again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I will say, yeah, this was probably the moment where I started to get really confident with my singing again. Not necessarily thinking that I can actually sing, but just accepting how my voice sounds and making the best of it, basically. Because as you can hear, I've got a low, gravelly voice, do you know what I mean, at times. So I liken myself to sounding, or at least having the problem that Rod Stewart has. He's not always quite in key, but if you sing with enough conviction, man, then as long as the sincerity comes across, then you're all good, man. Do you know what I mean? You're all good. But nah, man, once again, big shout out to man like S, Big Jen, and y'all for giving me the confidence to sing again, man. To like try out harmonies, try out different things and stuff like that, man. Like, yeah, man. Love my Spynal family, you get me?
Yeah.
Hey.
But like we never did it. Ever impressive, ever blessed, effortless lyrics.
Hey.
God daily bringing the blessings in it. So it's definite we deliver to lift your spirit. I've been incessant with it.
Thanks for the 100 bits,
trying to represent my vision and keep progressing with it. Never listen to whether or not they say you should. Listen, cause we come a long way on the right path now, but went a couple wrong ways. The strong stay standing, the weak need the presence of the feet to understand it. It's time to be enlightened. Most of them are frightened. They see what I've been handing out. I'm typing out 1,000 different rhymes, but just to try them out, I'm finding out exactly how to use my mind to rhyme them out. They find it even hard to count. Countless lines I'm handing out. Round it up or roundabouts, cause heads are spinning when I'm giving visions in divine amounts. They're finding out exactly what it takes. I'm willing to raise the stakes just so I see the rays of the sun beam down and I feel thy presence. That's when I receive my blessings. You can get it if you heed my lessons. Be present when you speak thy sentence.
Yes, I know.
See it on the face, a whole different point of view, but I would do it all again if you told me you needed to. Now I let it go. Let it go.
Hey, I ain't dancing in the rain. Now I'm basking in the rays. Sunbeams, you can catch me in the waves. Don't need a mask to heal my pain. I found a map to leave the maze, no longer patient. I don't have to be complacent, don't be asking me to wait. No holding back, I feel awake. I cross the gap, who's feeling brave, who wants the chance, a leap of faith. I clock the angle, seen the cage, and watch the cameras as he pan beneath the frame. Yo, this is actually a game. The master of ceremonies is back. Territories are vast, let him tell a story. I'm present while heads are caught in the past. I'm forever rolling, I'm keeping my motion forward. Let's get it sorted, the path's looking clear and nothing to fear. We bask in the corona, eclipse all of these man, we're not alone. Won't someone hand me a corona? I wanna capture every moment, grab the Kodak, there's a masterpiece approaching. I'll be basking in the rays.
No trials, no tribulations weigh on my shoulders. Profound, impatiently waiting to breathe. Everything I know has fallen away, as if I didn't know my calling was right there in my face, even though the rain keeps pouring. The sun will rise again.
Yeah, you can find me in the moment.
Yeah.
Picture me rolling. The summer sun got me torn up. I'm looking over the ocean and feeling hopeful. picture me floating. I pay my dues fully focused, I let them know this no joke ting. Bending parables at the speed of light, you feel it right? Piercing through the deep at night. No need for types, inducing triggers, make you flee a fight. A keeper might see the bigger picture and keep it tight. Yeah. Beaming, we keep it lifted. Battling all my demons, but still I get down to business. I've always stayed on my mission, the vision forever critical. I let them know they ain't ever dealing with typical. Yeah, but still, sometimes they test. Forever standing my ground and saying it with my chest. Cause I ain't too proud to flex, the games will never stress me. I come alive whenever some beings bless me.
On my face, a whole different point of view, but I would do it all again. If you told me you needed to, now I learn to let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, man. Sunbeams featuring man like S, Big Jen, and Anya Samadi. Yeah, gee, love this tune. And I suppose when you get to like points like that where you start to like start looking at the brighter side of life, start to feel like, oh, things are achievable for yourself. Do you know what I mean? That's where you start growing a bit more confident. Do you know what I mean? And trying to find love again. And even though I'm not in a relationship, and I've not been in a relationship for like over 10 years, I know what a healthy relationship looks like. I know what it feels like to be part of a team where both of you are supporting each other. Do you know what I mean? And it just makes me remember, do you know what I mean, the little things that your partner would do for you that makes you love them more. So that's why I wrote this song. Hold Tight Rollers on production. And also Hold Tight Portrait, who produced One Sec, who that also had the voice note from Vibes Master Murder. I've got to make sure I shout him out, because there's only 3 guest producers on the album, and this one is the last one on a track called When You Do That.
Yeah. Hold tight rollers on this one. Hey. Never take you for granted. Nobody's perfect, but I know there's so much more under the surface. We've been putting the work in, insecurities lurking, but never a burden. We're both walking this journey for certain. I know you're worth it. From the first day that I saw you on this earth, I made it my purpose to show you my worth. While you were fighting your demons, I was writing my verses, hoping you see it's working. Ignoring all of the murmurs, jealousy always lurking, but I ain't giving them service. Busy buzzing the worker, all for putting the work in, cause you're worth that Birkin. With every step you're a queen, everything that I need, I'm never catching you twerking. And if you do, it's just for me, at night I'm setting the scene, that's why I'm shutting these curtains, wifey. When you do that to me, you know I love you, when I hold you close to me. When you do that to me, you're all I'll ever need.
Man's got harmonies, you know.
When you do that to me, you know I love you, when I hold you close to me. When you do that to me, you're all I'll ever need. That's why I'll never take you for granted. Yeah, you're one in a million, handpicked. Cause my heart isn't skipping, it's dancing. You never knew I could be this romantic. Yeah, never take you for granted. Connection more than just spiritual, it's tantric. Although life never goes how we planned it, to have you here, yeah, I'm thankful. Yeah, I'm thankful.
Going out to the lovers, man. Hold tight all the couples. Do you know what I mean? married, long term, all of them things there, man. I will say I'm proud to be surrounded by healthy relationships, mate. Block out all that other fuckery, you get me?
You got my back and I know I got yours. There ain't no question you down for the cause. And come what may, we weather the storm. When it rains it pours, when it rains it pours. Though we keep pushing so we can switch up the settings. Our steps are aligned, forever counting blessings. We're on our missions, we ain't got time for the stressing. Cause we're breaking down the doors. Yeah, what's mine is yours, and you don't watch my flaws. You know me through and through, known as a man of my principles, and you see it too. Yeah, I've got nothing to worry for when it comes to you. A go-getter, stay on your job and you see it through. Makes me think of all of the things I've been meaning to, but held back, had to make sure that the feeling's true. You really don't know how much you mean to me, so I'll make sure I deserve how much I mean to you.
When you do that to me, you know I love you. When I hold you close to me, when you do that to me, you're all I'll ever need. When you do that to me, you know I love you. When I hold you close to me, when you do that to me, you're all I'll ever need.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, damn right. Jazzy D&B, man. I love jazz. Like, if there's one thing I do love about this album and why I'm glad I took time to actually make it, it's all the fusions of styles, man. It's all the different sounds and stuff like that that have been brought together. Do you know what I'm saying? To, like, be able to add more emphasis on what I'm trying to say and the messages that I'm trying to get across. Do you know what I mean? An album like this couldn't be all hip hop. It couldn't be all drum and bass. It couldn't be all grime or 140s. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I like so many different types of music and I listen to so many different types of music throughout my last 20 years, it's never just been one thing. It can't. And when I say things like this, I always have to give a massive shout out to my music teacher, Mr. Jackson, who told me from early, do you know what I mean? Listen to different types of music. You might not like any of it, you might not like all of it, but there will be something in each different type of music that you can appreciate and be able to incorporate into what you're trying to do. And that's what's helped to open up, do you know what I mean, my catalogue of different influences that I can draw on at any point in time to be able to make or source the people that make the types of tracks that I want, do you know what I mean, to help illustrate what I'm trying to say in, like, the bodies of work that I'm making and stuff and that, man. So yeah, mate, like, from the beginning, from the beginning, the main thing has always been, in terms of the label ethos, it's music with backbone. Do you know what I mean? And because I know my limits, I know my strengths. Do you know what I mean? One thing I always say is I recognize the rooms that I'm in. Do you know what I mean? I know who the people are that I've got around me. Do you know what I mean? And I respect their skill. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if I feel like they're better than me, like, it's never been a competition with me. It's always been a thing of, you know, having good people around me, creative people around me, hungry people around me to keep me inspired. Do you know what I mean? And these lot, do you know what I mean? The people that I'm working with, the people that are signed to my label, like, they forever keep me inspired. Like, and it's what I need, man. It's what keeps me going. It's what keeps me thriving. It doesn't matter whether I blow up or anything like that. As long as I'm able to stay in that kind of environment, then yeah, man, I'll definitely thrive. Do you know what I mean? Because the shit's got to be real, man. The shit has got to be real. Isn't that me? I can't have fake shit around me. I can't have bad mind people around me. I can't have any kind of just bullshit around me. We've all got to be on the same level. And we've all got to keep it real. And that's why this track is the only track that I don't spit on. This has got to be real, featuring Donnie Danko, MP Riley, and Migraine Mowgli. Love this one.
See a lot of man now when I act like they're the realest.
Good question.
When half of them guys have no idea what real is. You see me, man, I can't understand, can't see what the big deal is. If you real, then there ain't gotta act, just act till you're feeling. Man, I scheming, I'm plotting, believe me, cause I see us. Well, I'm plotting, I scheme all alone while I keeping gates. I got keys on my own, I don't need just demon. Now we're not equal or even. Having it equal ain't something we're believing. It's not being conceited, it's just facts. We got reasons. Did they gave me the shout for the feature? I said, course my G, get a real one. He sent me the beat, Lord, it's a he taught. Had to put real bars down for the real dons. Too many ain't real right now, I don't recognize town like, bro, where's the real gun? So it's that real man on the track, that's facts on the real, keeping the pack real strong. Send it out to the real ones, proper ladies and real dons. If you got Mercedes or a bus ticket, and fucks to give, ain't got a real one. Man, that tough but move for gazy when the mood gets shaded, the deal's off. Real recognize, real recognition in turn, keep spinning the wheels on.
Relax your mind, everything you see is free. Release your inhibitions and let it see. But stay your eyes, or is it just the LSD? We play no games, you know that they don't want me. Relax your mind, everything you see is free. Release your inhibitions and let it see. But stay your eyes, or is it just the LSD? We play no games, you know that they don't want me.
Lately I've been on my, it's crazy, they wanna know what I'm on. Keep it shush, I can see them peeping Tom. They wanna be in the seat I'm on. They wanna wear the crown that I done. Don't wanna sacrifice the shit that I lost. I wanna level us all up, they on a solo miss to the top. For the guap, for the moolah, who are you kidding? Treat them nice, they take them piss like who are you tricking? Riley's risen, Huber's gone missing. Creating a ruckus, should've been my side. Now they switching, oh now they switching. Since he announced myself in the game, I can see the pain in their eyes. I surmise, they envy the vice, try emulate this tide. Only a few seats in the car and I already got my niggas in the back.
Rito going out to the one like SD, quickly. Sweat one, sweet one, yeah, sweet one. Thank you so much for pre-ordering the album. Thank you. That's 2 pre-orders tonight, man. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
See a lot of man now when I act like they're the realest. When half of them guys have no idea what real is. You see me, man, I can't understand, can't see what the big deal is. If you real, then there ain't gotta act, just act till you're feeling. Man, I scheme and I'm plotting, believe me, cause I see us. Well, I'm plotting, I scheme all alone while I keeping gates. I got keys on my own, I don't need just demon. Now we're not equal or even. Having it equal ain't something we're believing. It's not being conceited, it's just facts. We got reasons. Did they gave me the shout for the feature? I said, course my G, get a real one. He sent me the beat, Lord, it's a he taught. Had to put real bars down for the real dons. Too many ain't real right now, I don't recognize town like, bro, where's the real gun? So it's that real man on the track, that's facts on the real, keeping the pack real strong. Send it out to the real ones, proper ladies and real dons. If you got Mercedes or a bus ticket, and fucks to give, ain't got a real one. Man, that tough but move for gazy when the mood gets shaded, the deal's off. Real recognize, real recognition in turn, keep spinning the wheels on.
Relax your mind, everything you see is free. Release your inhibitions and let it see. But stay your eyes, or is it just the LSD? We play no games, you know that they don't want me. Relax your mind, everything you see is free. Release your inhibitions and maybe you'll see. But stay your eyes, or is it just the LSD? We play no games, you know that they don't want me.
Lately I've been on my, it's crazy, they wanna know what I'm on. Keep it shush, I can see them peeping Tom. They wanna be in the seat I'm on. They wanna wear the crown that I done. Don't wanna sacrifice the shit that I lost. I wanna level us all up, they on a solo miss to the top. For the guap, for the moolah, who are you kidding? Treat them nice, they take them piss like who are you tricking? Riley's risen, Huber's gone missing. Creating a ruckus, should've been my side. Now they switching, oh now they switching. Since he announced myself in the game, I can see the pain in their eyes. I surmise, they envy the vice, try emulate this tide. Only a few seats in the car and I already got my niggas in a ride. We We already high and with space, with no space for you to slide. Bite the bullet and be the bigger man. Cut the bullshit and see the bigger plan. I got the toolkit, don't need your inner, don't need your outer, don't need a middleman. It's a matter of fact that I'm way too real. Guess I'm the trigger man, try to antagonize, I just snigger fam.
Relax your mind, everything you see is free. Release your inhibitions and maybe you see. What's in your eyes, or is it just the LSD? We play no games, you know that they don't want me. Relax your mind, everything you see is free. Release your inhibitions and maybe you see. What's in your eyes, or is it just the LSD? We play no games, you know that they don't want me.
Love that tune so much. Like I love all of the tracks on this album because it is what makes the album what it is. And this one had to be on there because it's significant in regards to like the time of life that I'm in. That's why, Jen, that was such a good question that you asked. Do you know what I mean? In terms of, is there certain music that like reminds me of like certain times in my life? Do you know what I mean? Like whenever I listen to like lovers rock, Motown, like 90s R&B and soul, it just reminds me of like growing up as a young like toddler and then going into foster care and growing up as a young teenager. Both my mum and my foster mum were very heavy on like music being their therapy. Do you know what I'm saying? So at home it would be Barrington Levy, Morgan Heritage, Dennis Brown, a lot of like Green Sleeves label releases, Mad Professor, a lot of Disco 45s, do you know what I mean? Old classic tracks from like Shaggy and Shaka Demus and Pliers and Shabba Ranks, do you know what I'm saying? And stuff. A lot of stuff that you've probably heard in a lot of like jungle and drum and bass tunes and stuff. And I'll Stand on the Hill, do you know what I mean? And Die on That Hill, that jungle and drum and bass, old fucking Jamaica, a lot of bumbo clout money, I don't business. But that's another topic for another day, you get me? Anyway, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what though, like that kind of music reminds me of. It brings me back to, waking up in the morning and hearing music straight away because my mum's cleaning the yard. Same with my foster mum. With my foster mum, it would be Motown. Do you know what I mean? In that, like a lot of Diana Ross, a lot of like Earth, Wind and Fire, a lot of disco music. Do you know what I'm saying? And shit like, and then a lot of even like power ballads and like pop music. Whitney Houston. Do you know what I'm saying? And shit. My mum was very into hip hop because of her noticing how much I was into hip hop and shit as well. Yes, Marcy Mills. Yes, family. Bless up for coming through on the Bandcamp, my G. Good to see you and shit. But yeah, like my mum noticed from young, from like tracks from like Crisscross. Do you know what I'm saying? That like I had a particular affinity to words being rapped rather than things being sung. But at the same time, soul, R&B, neo soul, do you know what I'm saying? And shit. Like that, those things stayed with me because they illustrated moments in time for my parents, my mum and my foster mum. Like Set Me Free from Diana Ross and the Supremes. Like is so significant in my memory because it was a song that was on repeat at a time when my foster mum was going through a horrible divorce. Do you know what I mean? While she had me and my younger brothers and sisters, and that divorce was the reason why me and my younger brothers and sisters ended up getting split up because I stayed in foster care, but they went back to their dads, who was my stepdad. Do you know what I'm saying? And that song is so significant for both of us because even though I didn't know it yet, I understand why. Do you know what I mean? That song was so significant for my foster mum, and I could understand as well, the older I got, how that song related to what my mum was going through as well. Do you know what I mean? And when I listen to like lovers rock, do you know what I mean? Love songs and things like that. Things like fucking Starships, things like Brown Sugar from D'Angelo, do you know what I mean? They remind me of like times that I've been in relationships and that like good relationships until You know, some of them went bad, but the last relationship that I was in was very amicable. Do you know what I mean? Even though it was painful that we had to like go our separate ways and shit. But love songs remind me of like being in relationships, man. Like, You Make Me Wanna by Usher. That reminds me of being like 14, 15 years old, realizing that I'm a bit cute because I've got a dimple. Do you know what I mean? And if like trying to sing that song to try and mac to girls and shit like that, like, oh, thinking back, it's actually cringe. But you know, it reminds like songs like that, 90s R&B reminds me of like growing up as a teenager and like starting to understand the world a lot more and understand my place, especially when it came to like relationships and stuff and dating and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Shardray and Salvage, my G. What you saying? You good? Thank you for coming through to the listening party. But yeah, Jen, nah, wicked question. Wicked question. There's definitely genres and even songs that like always remind me of like significant moments in my life. Do you know what I mean? That's why like even the songs on my album, even songs like Cabin Fever, they can be hard to listen to and go back to because they remind me and in a lot of cases bring me back to like moments in my life, like dark moments in my life. And that reminds me of songs like Creep by Radiohead and stuff. Like that was such a significant and painful song for Tom York to write. Do you know what I mean? But it's a song that so many people relate to the point that they demand to hear it every time they do a live show and shit like that. Things like that worry me a bit. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like, you know, because of how much music, sorry, affects me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not just, oh, I'm just listening to a song that I like they affect me. They represent a good quote. Here we go. A really good quote that I got from my brethren, Valiant MC over in America. Art is how you decorate walls. Music is how you decorate time. I think that's probably the best way that like I can describe like how music affects me and shit. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this is why the next tune, and that is True Vet. I'm gonna let you hear, do you know what I mean, the pandemonium that comes from this tune, but it's another example of like just the different types of music that I love and all the different influences that come into play. Do you know what I mean? Fucking love this tune, mate.
You know see how we do it. So make a man come kick out your teeth. Why? Cause we not take no cheat. Military speech cause we not see defeat. Why? See how we do it. So make a man kick out your teeth. Why? Cause we not take no cheat. Military speech cause we not see defeat. Why?
Inside the rave. Inside the rave.
Don't make a man come kick out your teeth.
Ready for the dirty days. Inside the rave.
See how we do it. Don't cheat. Military speech, cause we not see defeat. Why? See how we do it. Don't make a man come kick out your teeth. Why? Cause we not take no cheat. Military speech, cause we not see defeat. Why?
Drawing on my drum and bass, my jungle influences, my ragga, my reggae influences.
Don't make a man come kick out your teeth.
And sometimes you just have to let people know, man. 22 years in this thing, you know, brethren. You get me?
Don't make a man come kick out your teeth.
Yeah.
You know see how we do it. Don't make a man come kick out your teeth. Why? Cause we not take no cheat. Military speech, cause we not see defeat. Why? See how we do it. Don't make a man come kick out your teeth. Why? Cause we not take no cheat. Military speech, cause we not see defeat. Why?
Inside the rave.
Why?
Inside the rave.
Don't make a man come kick out your teeth.
Ready for the dirty bass. Inside the rave.
You know see how we do it. Don't make a man come kick out your teeth. Why? Cause we not take no cheat. Military speech, cause we not see defeat. Why? See how we do it. Don't make a man come kick out your teeth. Why? Cause we not take no cheat. Military speech, cause we not see defeat. Why?
Yeah, man. I fucking love drum and bass, man. I love drum and bass. Yes, handy with paper and pen. Good to see you, my done. Welcome to the War Within LP listening party. But yeah, man, fucking love drum and bass. Out of all the genres that I've ended up discovering in my life, do you know what I mean? Drum and bass was probably the biggest one that took hold. Do you know what I mean? I'd say hip hop, ragga, roots. Do you know what I mean? And that, like, roots and culture, reggae, do you know what I mean? Lovers rock, and that, and hip hop, they set the foundation. Do you know what I mean? They set my ideals and stuff like that. They set my principles, or at least help to set, do you know what I mean? My principles. But drum and bass, do you know what I mean? Drum and bass, that just, that showed me a different genre of music, kind of like classical and jazz, where you can evoke feelings without having to say a word. And that fascinated me, like really fucking fascinated me, to the point that it became like my primary. Do you know what I mean? You two used to take the piss. Used to honestly take that. I knew I should have turned those fucking redeems off, man. But bless up for the 100 bits. Big Jen, RB, and shit. I'll wear my LED mask towards the end. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You can all fuck right off. You two intense complex sneaking in there, mate. But yeah, man, it ended up really taking over my life. Like I knew and listened to drum and bass from like early teens and that, because in Moss Side, like Hysteria tape packs were just going about. Do you know what I mean? So you're hearing jungle and that blasting from fucking cars driving down the street or the people's yards. Do you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. That's one thing I fucking loved about Moss Side. And like multicultural areas, you could walk down the street and people were just blasting out good music, just have the speaker at the window, do you know what I mean, or at the door, and you just hearing reggae, jungle, hip hop, do you know what I mean, sometimes Bangra, do you know what I mean, sometimes like different cultured music and shit like that, man. And that, but yeah, man, listening to his series of tape packs from early, but it was when I went to a friend's birthday party, and it's mad as well, yeah, because I was proper into like DMC, like turntablism and stuff like that. So I was big into like the Executioners, DJ Craze, DJ Vadim, do you know what I mean? Kid Koala, um, so I hate this because like all the other names always just like escape my memory and shit. But big into like watching the DMC fucking um competition, world DJ competitions and shit. Seeing Craze win that shit 6 times with these mad turntablism fucking, do you know what I mean, routines and shit like that. And the fact that he was incorporating jungle and drum and bass into his routines, his scratch routines and shit. It was fucking mad, bro. It was mad. Do you know what I mean? So I knew about turntables. Even my fucking parents, like my stepdad had a set of 1200s and that, the Silver Technics in the front room, which was the good room that the kids couldn't go into. And it's where all the records and tape cassettes and CDs were kept and shit like that. And that, and then me and my cousin Leon used to mess about pretending that we were on radio shows like my mum. Do you know what I mean? And shit. Like, so I knew about turntables, but it was when I went round to my mate's birthday party and that, and he had the 1200s there, but he was playing all the tracks that I was hearing on these tape packs. And I'm like, rah. So that's why it sounds like it's all one tune, even though it's bare different tunes. Do you know what I mean? And again, I felt so stupid because at the same time, I'm making tunes. I'm making hip hop tunes and shit. I've come out of school. I've come out of foster care at 17, got my own place, moved to Sale. Do you know what I'm saying? And that. Didn't have a computer, but I had a PlayStation 1, and my brethren showed me a game called Music Generator 2000 that I could make tunes on. And I started even making like jungle drum and bass tunes on that, trying to mimic what I'm hearing on tape packs. Do you know what I'm saying? And shit. And then I go around my brethren's, and he's playing all of these tunes on the I'm like, nah, done. I need to do this DJing thing. I need to do it. Week later, literally a week later, conjured up a plan to be able to get some money quick. I'm not going to explain the thing and incriminate myself. But yeah, I was naughty. Do you know what I mean? Come up with couple grand. Got a set of Gemini XL400 turntable, belt drive turntable decks, yeah. Gemini 626 3-channel mixer, a pair of L-Tax fucking floor standing like tower fucking speakers. They came up to about here. I took the door off my fucking wardrobe and used that as a table and put them on top of the speakers and shit. I got myself a NAD amp and that as an amplifier to be able to plug everything in. And then what money I had left from that 2 grand, I just spent all of that on records. And I spent a good 3-4 months battering turntables, learning how to DJ and beat match and shit like that. And yeah, it did take me about 3-4 months for me to crack it and get it. And then that's it. I was just lost in the thing. And then I'm making tunes on Music Generator 2000 and recording the tunes to tape. And that I managed to get myself like, remember the old school Technics hi-fi systems with the dual tape to tape and the CD and the black, and it had all the blue lights and shit like that. I had one of them bad boys recording through the aux from my PlayStation, from the TV, yeah, into the fucking into the Technics hi-fi system, and getting all my tunes that I'm making on my PlayStation onto the tape, with the dream of someday I'll be able to get these on vinyl and then play them to a crowd, because then at that point and shit, after I've gotten the turntables and I've learned how to mix, I start going to free parties and shit in the woods. People are just bringing out sound systems that they've made themselves, setting up in the middle of the woods. Rave, do you know what I'm saying? So then I link up with Daylight Robbery Crew, and that's how I end up getting into the drum and bass scene, because I'm DJing for them, but then they're throwing actual in club parties and raves and shit, squat raves and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? I was going to all the Daylight Robbery fucking free parties, squat raves, Gash, do you know what I mean? Collective squat raves. They were some madnesses. Do you know what I mean? I went to the squat rave at the BT building that ended up getting burnt down. I know who did it. Do you know what I mean? I was there, even though I was asleep in the car when the actual fire got set and shit. And I ended up waking up to all of my brethren banging on the door like, let me in, let me in. And everyone's just rushing out of the building, trying to get to their cars and get off, because, like, it's all bait and shit, man. But, yeah, man, some crazy fucking times. But the whole Manchester jungle drum and beat bass scene took me over for a good 20 years, mate. And that, like, just the feeling, the energy that you get from the crowds, the energy that you get from the music. And then as a DJ, when you're blending those two tunes together and you come up with a bad man blend, and it's a double drop. Do you know what I mean? So everyone's listening to the intro, they're getting ready for the drop, and then you drop in a next banger and you both fucking go well, and you see the crowd just going absolutely fucking nuts. It's crazy. It is fucking correct. There's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. But then there's nothing else like writing a story creatively. Do you know what I mean? Writing lyrics and shit. And it took me a while to even get to the point of writing lyrics. I became a drum and bass MC by accident. Sorry, this is turning into a long story, but I became a drum and bassist MC by accident. So I'm going out to all of these raves. I'm a DJ now. I'm DJ Bug. Do you know what I'm saying? And that be DJ BU double G. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fucking double G. And that. I'm getting about. I'm starting to get bookings for myself. I'm starting to get my name known. I'm doing mix CDs, recording mixes on the turntables to CD to my computer, then burning the mix from my computer onto CD, and that, doing the labels, the plastic fucking, do you know what I mean, in the plastic fucking wallets and shit like that, going out to raves, handing them out and shit, man. Then I've got friends that are putting on their own raves and shit, but they're hearing that I'm writing two lyrics here and there. Do you know what I mean? And I've got one or two little fucking hip hop tune. Lyrics aren't great, but a couple bars in that. Do you know what I mean? So they're like, oh, would you be up for hosting this jungle event that we've got going on? We don't really want an MC that's spitting all over the bars. We just want someone that can host and shit. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. No problem. I'm not thinking that I have to do much. Do you know what I mean? And I'm already at the point where people know me for dancing, whether it's behind the decks, do you know what I mean? Or what would soon to be known more so when I'm on the mic and I've got the whole fucking stage to myself in that. So I go down, I do the thing. It was a whole load of blood clot, oh lord, couple rhymes here and there. Yes, people, make some bomber clot noise. And that, like, you know what I mean? Simple things, mimicking hysteria or them kind of thing there. Do you know what I mean? But not going as far as like biting rhymes and shit like that. But I've got one or two bars that I'm repeating throughout the whole thing, throughout the whole night. But it's more about just getting the crowd going and shit like that. Fucking absolute sick night. Do the thing. Unbeknownst to me, the whole event got recorded. And my man's come to me like, yeah, we recorded the thing, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we've got all the sets. We're gonna put them up on D&B Share, on like the forums and that. Do you know what I mean? And put some clips up on MySpace and shit. Are you all right with that? I'm like, I didn't know this was gonna happen, but yeah, man, I'm cool. No problem. I'm down with that, bro. Within a month, all my DJ bookings dried up. Everybody wanted me as an MC. Literally, all it took was a month. All it took was a month. Everybody wanted me as an MC from that point, and I'm just like, Ras fucking Clark. Like, man's a bad man DJ, you know. Like, I'm glad that I'm getting bookings. Do you know what I mean? And shit. Like, and I'm even starting to get a couple shekels. A little £10 here, a little £20 here. I've got my travel sorted. Do you know what I mean? Couple double JDs and lemonades and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? But no one's really booking me that often. Do you know what I mean? If at all, as a DJ. I'm like, right, okay, I've got to make the best of this. But if I'm going to become an MC, then I've got to write more bars. But I'm not Skibbity. I can't do the double time thing or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? So I come from hip hop, innit? I'm just gonna just write hip hop bars. And I'm writing bars to hip hop tracks and then going out and spitting them on drum and bass sets. Because like because I'm writing like I'm already making hip hop beats. I'm thinking to myself, all right, cool. From what I can gather, like a lot of DJs are like mixing at like 178, 179, maybe even 180. Split that in half, that's like 90 BPM. That's where I'm most comfortable when it comes to spitting bars. So yeah, no, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I just ended up just sticking to that. A lot of the bars that you hear, do you know what I mean, over drum and bass sets were written over hip hop beats and shit. And that's ended up being a principle that I've ended up sticking by. Like, yeah, I'm a drum and bass DJ, fan, raver, this, that, and the third. But when you hear me spitting, it's coming from hip hop. And in a lot of instances, it's coming from reggae sound clashing, dancehall, do you know what I mean? Coming from my like Jamaican heritage and shit like that, you know. And that's what's ended up shaping a lot of me as a musician today, having those two worlds where I'm in the drum and bass scene. I'm actually making money from drum and bass in terms of bookings, but I'm still releasing hip hop beat tapes, mixtapes, projects. I'm still working and have a foothold within the Manchester hip hop scene. I'm going to dope flop battles and battling and shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm producing for other people. I'm making my first ever sort of projects. I'm making creative mixtapes and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm living this dual music career. Do you know what I mean? But being scared to really intertwine the two until 2019, where it's like, nah, I'm working with sick fucking hip hop MCs, i.e., Man Like S, Big Jen, MAB, do you know what I mean? JCA, Twizzy, Jinx to JX, like all of these hip hop man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sick and tired of having to have this dual identity. So from 2009, it was like I'm Diligent Fingers and shit. But I'm not really putting that effort into separating the two. And because drum and bass is doing better, there's more of a focus on drum and bass. Do you know what I mean? But in the side bit in the background, I'm releasing like jazz infused hip hop instrumentals and stuff like that with millennium jazz music and shit, and still doing projects. I'm still doing my therapy session beat tapes and shit like that. But it just got to a point in 2019 where it's like, nah, I'm sick and tired of this now. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm sick of hearing people from drum and bass being surprised that I do this thing and feeling like, well, I've been doing this for ages. Why is it a surprise? It's because I'm not bringing together the two and shit. So, yeah, man, from 2009, that was where I was like making it known like I am this multi-genre artist and shit, man. So, yeah, I feel like I'm getting conscious that I've been talking for ages. So we're gonna get into, do you know what I mean, the next track and stuff, man. But that's why I love drum and bass, man. That's why I absolutely adore drum and bass and shit, and like the different directions you can take it in with the different sub-genres that are in drum and bass, just like hip hop. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, Joe Smoke. Good to see you, my G. The next track is Pick Up, once again featuring Migraine Mowgli. And this is just talking about relationships. Do you know what I mean? Like the particular relationships that you get into where there's nothing wrong, but because because of like past relationships that we've been in, or situations that we've been in, life experiences, there's this little apprehension, maybe even paranoia, or just the sum of your insecurities that stops you from really letting the relationship get to where it really needs to be. So this one's called Pick Up.
Yo, pick up the phone, leave me alone, I don't even know what I want. Step inside my mind, all caps, I don't even know the fun. She wants me to know which road I'm on, not sure I can hold this one. As I'm droning on, I can see my future and it's a lonely one. I'm punching up, but I don't wanna feel like that. But it gets real like that. Kinda defensive, like a running back, but I come running right back. I just need hugs and pats on back. Why do you think that I rap on tracks? Looking for a source of validation that I can tap. For years and years just kept shit moving, didn't really go nowhere. Till I found her and she gave me a purpose and now I'm feeling scared. I'm fine with letting myself down, but how can I hold this crown now that it's shared? But I came prepared, so I argue and fight. Never admit when you're right, step in the yard, you know it's on sight. Now you're backing off, won't pick up the phone, alright? Stay up all night, maybe we might just forget that slight and live out our lives. But I'm working on it and you're working too, so I guess that's nice.
Sneak tweets, subliminals, flash traps, indirects, all that. Really, we can talk about this. So why won't you just pick up the phone? Pick up the phone. Yeah, same ritual every day, every night, making up, but still we fight.
I got love for rights as well, man. And yes, Kibbs, I have still got a lot of my old beats.
Look, I know you hear me. As soon as I got to the door, I heard you lock it. I know the theory. I was in the picture, I must be on it. We ain't on the same page, it's dangerous. Stay in the same bed, but next to a stranger. And none of us asked for this. No beef like a pacifist. Still fight like an activist, cause I can't bear the thought of us after this. You thought you could move like a strategist, but I'm a big man, I'm so past the fibs. I know what your standard is, and I ain't in a diss like some random kid. I know I ain't the man, the myth, but I know I'm the one that can handle this if you let me. I've placed you front and center in my set piece, cause you broke down every barrier saying next please. That's why I ain't got no problem saying check please. I see us on jet skis on the wet sheets, what's next? No regrets, at least answer my text please. You're stressed, I know, and I cherish the day that you bless me, unplug me and love me. That's why you won't find me on next streets. No acting, no games, that's why I'm calling quiet on set please.
Sneak tweets, subliminals, flash traps, indirects, all that. Really, we can talk about this. So why won't you just pick up the phone? Pick up the phone. Yeah, same ritual every day, every night, making up, but still we fight. We should really talk about this. So baby, please just pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Yeah.
You know what I love about how this album has come together as well? It's meeting people along the way that have ended up inspiring new music that I make. So at first it was Man Like S and Big Jen, do you know what I mean, for Hidden Prophecies. Hold Tight Hannah, do you know what I mean, Adora as well, because she was around at that time. Well, meeting people that inspired me to do different things. And with Got to Be Real and with this tune as well, I have to give a big shout out to Migraine Mowgli, Raise the Bar, do you know what I mean, and Donnie Danko, because again, do you know what I mean, they put me on a path of making a new type of music, do you know what I mean, that I really enjoy, and and it is another way that I can blend different sounds and different styles together. Do you know what I mean? And shit, like some of the music that I've been making recently with Mowgli, with Donny, with Jen S. Do you know what I'm saying? All of these people that are on the label, even Anya, do you know what I mean? With some of the beats that she's been bringing through and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Meeting all these new people within this community, again, it reminds me of like 2009, 2010, when I'm getting about, do you know what I mean, and meeting DRS and Strategy, Broken English, Connie Con for the first time, meeting Tom Piper for the first time, do you know what I mean, meeting MC Trigger, and that these people and these names are all significant because they're all people that did things that went against the grain. Do you know what I mean? Ton Piper is a unique drum and bass MC because outside of drum and bass, he was in a rock band called the Daywalkers. Do you know what I'm saying? And that like proper moshing out, locks going all over the place. Do you know what I mean? And then he's transferring those influences over onto drum and bass, like me. Same with Trigger. His influences coming from Master P, Tupac, a lot of American, do you know what I mean, 90s hip hop, and that, and he's taking those inspirations and cues and bringing them over, do you know what I mean, into drum and bass and mixing them with yard style, Jamaican influences and things like that. DRS Strategy, do you know what I mean, Connie Con, as Broken English, they were to the bone Mancunian. Do you know what I mean? But DRS especially, again, bringing that into drum and bass, those hip hop principles into drum and bass. Mid Mic Crisis is such a significant album from him because it was after I Don't Like MC's But, which was a majority drum and bass album. It, like this album, War and Peace, this was the next like album, official album that he put out, and it was multi-genre. There was garage in there, there was grime, there was 140s, there was jungle, there was drum and bass, there was soul. Do you know what I mean? And hearing him sing, and he's not got a perfect voice as well, but you could hear the conviction in his voice, you could hear the sincerity, the soul within his voice, and that was enough to carry the message that he was trying to put across in his songs. Do you know what I mean? And all of these people gave me, do you know what I mean, encouraged me and gave me the confidence to just be me. I don't have to copy no one. I don't have to copy no one. I can just be me. I'm not a road man. I'm of the hood, but I'm not. I'm from the hood, but I'm not of the hood. Do you know what I mean? I've seen things, yeah, but those things don't define me. I've been through things, yes, but those things don't define me. The same way, you know, Trigger's life doesn't define him. He went from being, do you know what I mean, a street kid on the streets of Moss Side, involved in gang wars between Gooch and Donington, to being an actor in the fucking Crow remake movie and shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And that, like, there's so many people that came from Moss Side that went on to do amazing things. I grew up with the girls from Cleopatra. Mr. Zip used to teach us all as kids how to dance, do you know what I mean? And guide us to like be good kids, do you know what I'm saying? At Great Western Street and Hideaway, do you know what I mean? In Adventure Playground, where my mum used to work as a facilitator during play scheme days and shit and summer holidays and that. You know, there's a lot of there's a lot of influences and callbacks that I can always go to that help me to like stay who I am and stay original, because these people stayed who they were and stayed original and ended up being able to do great things and that. So yeah, man. Once again, big up Big Jen, man like S, Anya, Migraine Mowgli, Donnie Danko, even Bootleg Kid. Do you know what I mean? And shit. Even Joe Smoke, with how sincere he is with his rhymes, how raw and honest he is with his rhymes, man. That's an inspiration as well. I'm proud that I've got so many talented people around me that keep me inspired and keep me on my toes, man. You know what I mean? Even Sahela, do you know what I'm saying? And shit, even her, you know? I've got a good roster of peeps around me, man. It's sick. Even Esty. I see you. Even you, Esty. Do you know what I'm saying? And that you're a G as well. And that's why you find me on the next vibe, innit?
Diligent, we need music, man.
Yeah. So you could catch me on the next vibe, walking with my head high, known for making heads fly, so no I ain't with them guys. No, my name is Diligent, so I have to raise the bar, always moving militant, all ain't never taking half, you can never stop me, always on my job G, tell when man are off key, now I'm moving frosty, like my brother Frosty, labels never dropped me, yeah they always try and ting, but found out I'm a boss G, backing up my spinal, man are moving tribal, digital or vinyl, what I do is vital, what I say is final, and this on my Bible, yeah you see me everywhere, like my name is viral, always keep it idle, call me the disciple, cooking up a storm while I'm pissing on my rivals, catch me on my own wave, causing many titles, built it from the ground up, now I'm moving prideful, yeah. Big man, too old for the fuckery. Hardback, can't tell me nothing, I'll call my bluff. See, I've been through 22 summers putting the work in. I held my own, I know all the zones where snakes are lurking. Cutting off the vermin like I'm germophobic. You didn't get the reload cause your verse was so shit. Don't take it personal, I see the belt and kick below it. It's universal with this pen cause now I'm giving no shits. Never moving timid, I'm the black sheep. React, sleep with soul, I bag it up, call me Black Street. That deep, Titanic depths without the submarine. Got dealt a dirty deck to keep my brothers clean. They say don't believe the hype, but I am that guy. You always see me wear my own gowns because I'm that fly. It's why I'm known as Manny's best kept secret. I love this music way too much, could never leave it for a next high. Why I hold my head high, did this to the deaf guy, known for making heads fly. Yes, my name is Diligent, and I always raise the bar. Don't know man is militant,
Yes,
only never taken half and no one's ever stopped me. Always on my job G, like my brother Crafty and my brother Frosty. Couldn't give a toss G, all you dickheads lost me. Muppets always try a thing but found out I'm a boss G, you get me?
I cannot wait to do the music video for this, man. House party vibes. Everyone's got a drink. Do their cool dance, man, and clap it to the snare. You get me? It's gonna be a vibe when we put that together. I'm shouting the weight for that as well. I've already spoken to him. I need to get a pack to him, just sort of breaking down, do you know what I mean, what I want to do for the video. But I've told him the concept already and he's up for it, and that's going to be going down sometime next year and shit, do you know what I mean, and that, man. But yeah, man, there's going to be loads of music videos coming out throughout next year, and that, to keep this album in people's ears, man. Keep giving it opportunities for people to hear it, do you know what I mean, and take it in and stuff, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, the lead up, things like this, they really do help, but it's all about when the thing comes out, because it's out and you can't rely on it coming out and everybody being able to see it within the first week. No, you've got to keep pushing it out there. Same way back in the day, man. All remember walking down High Street and seeing the man them outside Foot Locker with them CDs. Do you know what I mean? Yo, you into a bit of grime? Yeah. You into a bit of hip hop? Yo, check this out. And they've got their speaker, the Bluetooth phone. Do you know what I mean? Or they'll just spit bars to you a cappella in the hopes that you'll spend a little £3-4 and buy the CD and shit. It's the same thing now, man. You've got to put the work in for as many people to end up hearing it as possible. Do you know what I'm saying? And I love this whole part of it. Do you know what I mean? The creative side of it. Thinking of concepts, thinking of ideas, thinking of even bits of content. Do you know what I mean? To help push things along. I enjoy all of it. Do you know what I'm saying? And that, and yeah, social media can be daunting and stuff like that. But once you get past the whole like, feeling like you have to go to like buy an algorithm and all that kind of shit, it just turns into you just putting stuff out that you're genuinely enthusiastic to put out, so it doesn't feel like you're having to do it for as a chore, do you know what I mean, or just to stay relevant and keep up with everybody else and shit. Fuck all that. At least I don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? And I seem to be doing all right and shit. There are other things I could be doing that could be better, but I seem to be doing all right, man. Do you know what I mean? Need to rent out a gaff for that one. Most definitely. I found something, you know, in the middle of town. Oh, what's it called now? Oh, these Muslim brethrens run it. And you can rent out rooms with like a couple of pool tables, a PlayStation, big fuck off 70-inch TV and shit. Oh, I need to remember what it's called and stuff. I need to remember what it's called so I can actually go down. It's right next to Victoria's train station in town, and it looks sick and shit, mate. It looks sick. I won't mind spending money renting it out for like 2-3 hours and that, and then being able to set things up and shit like that. I'll remember it. It'll come back up. Do you know what I mean? It'll come back up. And that definitely, I will find it again. Yeah, we will definitely find it again. And shit, me. But yeah, definitely. Like, that reminded me to find that again. Hands, diligent fingers, paper and pen. Most definitely. Right, we're getting into the last 2 tracks of the album. And we're doing all right. We've only got half an hour left as well. 9:30. Do you know what I mean? This next one again is a fusion of styles, man. Lovers rock and jungle and that. Yep. Let me stand up. And that, to be fair, I need to go to the toilet, to be fair. So I'll be right back. For people watching on Bandcamp, I'm sorry if things look a bit fucking out of place. Why is that doing that? Zooming in on the headpiece. That's cool. It's still keeping me in frame. I'm liking these Osmot cameras. Yeah, I'm going to be back in a sec. And that. I'll make another cup of tea and go to the little boy's room. But yeah, safe. Be right back. it's great for videos. It's great for like talking head videos, like podcasts, just music to play in the background and shit, man. Do you know what I mean? And big love to everybody locked on, locked in. Yes, I am back, and I have a cup of tea, lovely cup of tea, mate. And we are getting into the last 2 tracks of the album, and that, man. But in terms of carrying on the story, at this point now, it's very representative and like of what's been going on recently. I'm a lot more confident now after like over 10 years of like therapy, do you know what I mean, and counseling and stuff like that, on and off medication, trying different things, trying different exercises and stuff like that. I'm a lot more sure of myself. I'm a lot more in tune with myself, and that like and as a result, I'm a lot more confident in just me being me. Do you know what I mean? And understanding who I am as a person. Even doing little things like, well, not little things, but doing things like quitting smoking after smoking for like non-stop for fucking 30 years, basically. You know, and building up in my head that, oh, I'll turn into this monster. If I don't smoke weed, I'll be really snappy with everybody and this, that, and the third. And then as a result of like actually doing it for 4.5 months, realizing that I'm just talking shit and I'm building things up too much in my head. I need to be more confident in myself. I need to recognize what it is that I know and what it is that I can control in regards to my behaviors and how I approach things and the power that I have in that. Do you know what I mean? And with that comes being more open to things that I want in life, like love. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe not a family. Well, it might be a bit too far, like gone for that. And we're not going to get into that conversation here and now, man. Do you know what I mean? So don't start in shit. But you know, being able to build something like a career that I can actually live off comfortably. Do you know what I mean? Recognizing what my definition and what my level of success is, and the fact that it is actually attainable, and that not letting how old I am get in the way of what it is that I want to achieve and the things that I actually want to reach out for, and taking the opportunities and the advantages that I've got right now to be able to get to those points that I actually want to get to. Having a wicked team around me and having good friends like Ben, if you're watching, bro, aka Salvage. Do you know what I mean? You've been a rock for me, bro, for a fucking very long time, especially after what happened in 2008. 2008 happened. Do you know what I mean? You've been an absolutely amazing friend for me over the last 10 years. Same with S, same with Jen, same with Anya in the time that we've got to know each other. Same with Mogs, same with fucking Esty, same with Donny. Do you know what I mean? Same with you, Joe, as well. Marcy Mills, everybody who has ended up developing like this village that I've now got around me. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of, you know, how things are with my own family, this village that I've now got around me, do you know what I mean, reinforces, you know what I mean, the fact that I'm good, I'm doing okay. I've come out of things, like I've come out the other side. I'm all right, man. I'm all right, and I'm a good person. Do you know what I mean? And I deserve love. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I love and I deserve to be loved. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what inspires tunes like this, Summer Nights, featuring Sahela. Hold tight, Ruby Rubes as well.
Let me take you on a journey with me tonight. We can catch a vibe, let me take your mind to new heights. Let me work that body right under the moonlight. Under the moonlight, because there's a space in my heart for you. For you. For you.
Favorite time to be intertwined with summer nights. So let's
Instagram filter glitters, just you. Here on these summer nights, no distractions, the passion will keep us energized. You, soaked in the aura of you, lost in your essence, the capture was nothing civilized. You, and if you give me the time, I wanna know all about you here in this bed of mine. You, I'm only scratching the surface after just one night, and now the hunger is growing after just one bite. I'm fully packed for this journey cause it's a long flight, here for the long ride. Sometimes I can't find the words, you keep me tongue tied. You got me high like a bird watching the sunrise, hoping you taking these words like when I see that smile. It's easy to write this verse, the heart never lies.
Let me take you on a journey with me tonight. We can catch a vibe, let me take your mind to new heights. Let me work that body right under the moonlight. Because there's a space in my heart for you. For you. For you. Space in my heart for you. For you, for you.
Got to touch, can't get enough. Got you complete and you burn my trust. Yeah, I just relax and groove when it's up the moon, ebb and flow of how we are. Night for a chapter, the sound.
I had to put this one on the album as well because before my mum passed, do you know what I mean? Like I showed this to her because it is a fusion of like jungle and lovers rock, and she absolutely loved it. Do you know what I mean? And that like if there was anyone who's like my biggest fan, my biggest inspiration, my biggest drive for like making music and sticking with it, do you know what I mean? The person who nurtured all of this. Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for her seeing from 4 years old that I had this attraction to like sound and music, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today, man. And that's my mom. That's my mom, man. Do you know what I mean? And that's why this album is dedicated to her. And even though she's gone, that's why I'm still at a point where I can still recognize, do you know what I mean, where I am, the value that I hold, and the value that I bring to others, to get to the point of being able to recognize and actually stop doubting myself, stop second guessing, no more.
No more second guessing, I'm done with all of the stressing, I'm done with all of the lessons I never needed, the shit that I never needed to step in. I'm drawing the line, sanding my toes, wave to my foes, I'm on something divine, handle my woes, a pro, mastered these struggles of mine. These struggles of mine, done with the sudden decline of love that was never mine. A love for the colourblind, the tainted shade, I never played that game, forever state my claim. From the young age of 8, you could see I had my faith before I changed my name. The way was blatantly paved, I didn't realise the pain until it was too late. I felt all flavours of shade. Yeah, go back and study the pages of flames. This rage untamed, scattered and riddled with stains, helped me to stay in my lane. Yeah, it helped me to stay in my lane. Solid the prophet, I never knew it for time. Put in the work, made sure my words are refined. Unconsciously on it, always protecting my soul. A rogue, broken but bold, you don't know the code. I let the story unfold, and yet, lo and behold, it's only lies I was told, because the truth was so cold. Of course I handled it, bro. You know I handled it though. Why must you question me so? Making me question my own thoughts and feelings. On my knees had me screaming at the ceiling, claiming if I keep this fake faith in place, things will change, but all I see is the cycle still repeating. You wonder why inside I'm still seething. Deep down I just want to see you fuckers bleeding. I blessed the day I realised you had me mentally enslaved to soothe your pain and gave me nothing to believe in. I accept myself, that's where the story changes. Documented on these gory pages. Boss level beating all the stages. Park a pen, I'm taking all the names. It's harsh for them, they need the Lord to save them. It's hardest when you got no cause to blame him. What made you lock us up in all these cages? I'm out now so I don't need the answers. Taking advantage of my second chances. Building foundations everywhere I'm landing. Manifestations going how I planned it. No, I'm demanding respect. Interject, I'm coming straight for your neck. I pay too much to let you fuck up my crap. Step in my kamikazes, you'll see a list of regrets. And I've accepted them all, so you are far from a threat. Cause now I'm armed, it's nothing calm on the set. I am a G, you ain't got nothing to check. But if you want, you can check my history, I ain't got nothing to hide. I put my life in these lines, I had to swallow my pride to tell the truth in these rhymes. Look, you think that I ain't built for this? I see you puzzled while I'm sitting where a legend sits. I see the envy underneath your words, you take the piss. You claim you understand, but still you only get the gist. You see a broken man, but really there's nothing to fix. I see you baffled thinking how the fuck he made the list. Cause I don't play the games that you play, and I won't stick around to hear what you say. It's bad enough to clock you never knew me. I question if I ever really knew you. Touche, I put my trust in you like you my new babe. Never thought you'd break my heart in 2 ways, but still another lesson learned, a new day. New faith, new pace, new pain, new armor for a new frame. Embrace the change if you seriously pushing for growth. My words are potent if you seriously looking for dope. I ain't a leader, but my heart moves the crowd. Amongst the broken, still deliriously looking for hope. The closest to me is second guessing my honesty. Others out here not telling my story properly. Smoking my broccoli, laughing out at the mockery, thinking you'll have to do more than that to really stop this, G. Yeah, me half for dead, you couldn't pay me to shut up. I know I'm blessed, my haters preying on my fuck-ups. I never thought I would have haters until now. You smell the jealousy when they see you wearing a new crown. Yeah, and that's the truth of it. You hear the doubt in me, but still you know it's truth I spit. Clout, I got no need for the shit. It's not what I'm about, I got my people to live, so I'm on this. Working till my skin turns yellow like I got jaundice. Making sure my mind stays right, you cannot con this. Come too far to turn back now, and so I promise to never let it slip again. Talking to myself like you can do this, my gifted friend. It's something special when I grip this pen. I'll make the beat, you watch me twist this blend. Give me the mic and let me rip this then, because I'm dilly. The work could be chilling in Piccadilly. And trust me, all of my people are skanking with me. From New York, New Zealand to Philly, from Belgium to Brazil, Toronto to Chile, I'm loved. And trust me, I can see it now. I love myself, it feels amazing to believe it now. Yeah, I can see it now. I look myself, it feels amazing to believe it now. Yeah. So no more second guessing. I'm done with all of the stressing. I'm done with all of the lessons I never needed. The shit that I never needed to step in. I'm drawing the line, sanding my toes, wave to my foes. I'm on something divine. Handle my woes, a pro. Master these struggles of mine. These struggles of mine. Done with the sudden decline of love that was never mine. A love for the colourblind, the tainted shade. I never played that game.
It's another one that's hard to go back to. But it's significant, it's important, because it's a reminder of how far I've come. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, I cry sometimes listening to it, not because of like any pain that comes from it, but only because of like ever being in a position where I was really doubting myself and had such a view of myself like I did. Do you know what I mean? But I'm out of that now. Do you know what I mean? And I've got amazing people around me. Do you know what I'm saying? I've won the war. And the only thing that I'm crying for is the little child in me that didn't feel seen, didn't feel heard, didn't feel understood. But he's doing all right now. He's doing all right. And that's the war within. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for like being here and coming to this listening party. Do you know what I mean? And joining us with this, joining me on this journey. And that big love to the people that have bought the album on Bandcamp. And that big love to everybody that's here, man. Do you know what I mean? It's the first time really doing things like this and taking advantage of the resources that I've got. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, means a lot. Do you know what I mean? Not to get all soppy about shit, but it really means a lot. The people that I've got around me, the people that tune in, the people that support me and have supported me for so long. Do you know what I mean? People that invest in me. Do you know what I'm saying? Financially and stuff like that. Like it all really does mean a lot. So thank you. Thank you so much.